Hi everyone, welcome to Conversations with Khofane. I'm Khofane Modise, and this is the Leadership Series with Botswana Insurance Company. I'm joined here by the CEO of BIC, that is Mr. Newton Jazire, or you can call him NJ. Hi.
Thank you. NJ is better.
NJ is better.
Yes.
We're just going to continue the topic of the future, or navigating the future of insurance. And you said that it's very exciting for a lot of us, and even for the citizens or people that will be who are insured. The beauty of it is that means that things are getting tighter, and that means that they're more secure. But now, when we talk about insurance tech-based agents, you did mention earlier or in a previous episode that they might be enveloping or just engulfing the traditional agents. So how can maybe traditional agents, because I know that they've established really well-rounded, a loyal customer base, so how can they kind of navigate between competing with them while not really losing the essence of what they do?
Yeah, so I think everyone needs to embrace technology.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter whether you're a broker, agent, or whatever you are. I think you just need to embrace technology. You can see now, even in the banking space, that a lot of things are now happening on the phone. You hardly go to the bank now physically to walk into a banking hall and speak to someone or a bank teller. So I think what these guys also need to do is to sort of digitalize their interactions with the customers as insurers, and make sure that that bridge that they create between us and the customers is also a digital platform. The advantage that some of the intermediaries have is that then they can give customers a lot of options on these same platforms, and customers can make their decisions from their home and in the comfort of their sofas or bedrooms, and make decisions about insurance. So knocking on people's gates and doors is going to be probably a thing of the past.
And in the same way, organizations and individuals can't live without technology. It's the same thing with insurance. Who would have thought that in today's age we'll be insuring our phones, we'll be insuring our laptops?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you look at that, it's quite interesting that everything now needs to be insured. And why is it so important to understand that everyone needs a security measure, especially for the future?
Yeah, so insurance has always been very key to any economic development, any sustainable economic development. Let's just look at what happened in the motor race in Japan. People lost, 40-something, 45 cars. And only so far from the statistics I see, maybe only 5 cars were insured. That's economic loss to the country, not to the insurers or to the individual. And this is where, in my view, some kind of literacy or education around insurance and risk management is key. Like you said, now we're insuring all gadgets, because what is more important now in our lives, I think if you lose your bag today, the most important thing you're looking for is your phone.
Yeah.
Then you can look for these other things, your earrings and what, but the most important thing is your phone. Laptop, even more, because now there's data sitting in there.
Exactly.
There's, your work, it's sitting on there. So it's for people to understand that, this is the direction the world is moving, and the time is actually now, and not think that technology might come in future. It's actually happening now. It so happens that when we attend a lot of these technology seminars, we feel very much out of place in terms of where the world is already and what we are still trying to understand. I remember my first time when I heard about blockchain as a technology and how it will help insurance and stuff. My first seminar that I attended was already talking about advantages and disadvantages of blockchain, and I'm still thinking,
what is it?
This blockchain. So I think it's about how much you want to learn, how much you want to invest in your learning curve, and how fast you want your people to adapt and learn. So I think technology is key now for all parties, whether you're a customer, whether you are an agent, whether you're an insurer. technology has become really key to what we do on a daily basis. Yes.
And when it comes to insurance, you've overemphasized the idea of customer needs, that you need to adapt to the ever-evolving needs of a customer. But from the customer's perspective, do you think that there are some customers that don't understand what it is that they need?
I wouldn't say that there are customers that do not understand what they need. I think it's just a question of how they communicate what they need. So there's a bit of us lagging behind in terms of understanding them rather than them not knowing what they need. I think a lot of customers, they do understand what they need and how they want to be treated. You'll find that even when we introduce this technology and stuff, some customers still want to come to BIC and see someone and talk to someone.
Yes.
And also emphasizing on talking to the very same person that they spoke to last time if they are still in the business. So that's the kind of attachment that the older generation has with their policies and the people that save them. But the new, the younger generation, they don't care about who is behind it. So even if it's a bot and it's telling them what it is, they are comfortable, they can pay, they can do whatever needs to be done. They trust the technology, and that's how things are at the moment. Yes.
And from the past, present, and even to the future, I know that the ABCs that you spoke about, and I really need you to say that again, are such an essential part of not just this industry, but every industry. When you're signing a contract and reading the fine print and actually understanding when you're committing to this particular insurance policy or whatever it is, those claims, what it is that you're about to commit to.
Yeah, no, that's that acronym of ABC is one that sort of like, in my view, taken me to where I am today, because ABC simply means assume nothing, believe no one, check everything if you have to put your signature on anything. So do not put a signature on the basis of what you have been told. Put a signature because you have assumed nothing. You have believed no one, and you've checked everything. And that just keeps you safe during your leadership and post your leadership. So I think it's a question of now balancing how you play that out with the issues of trust. You know, you don't want it to land like because you don't trust someone, but people just need to appreciate that if I'm to put my own signature, I need to be comfortable. My head need to be clear that I'm signing off this contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that seminar, what exciting, innovative things was the team or the participants able to come up with?
No, I think there were a lot of interesting things there. Part of some of the things that are coming through with that, look, you remember if you noticed a month ago or so, there was a blackout of power in this country, the whole country.
Yeah.
So the question was then that when there's a grid failure, what happens? Who pays for what? And which insurance is that? So these are interesting conversations that are also happening in South Africa, because Eskom is also struggling to supply the power and stuff. So this grid failure, sort of like conversations are happening also across the border. So it's it's a lot of things that come into play when you meet and discuss these things in these thought leadership things. And part of the conversations also that came up were around cyber risks and how you sort of like prove that there's been a cyber attack. You know, you can have a policy and give the policy to the client, but how do you make sure that the client is able to substantiate their claim? And these are things that actually, you know, are real. You can come and say, we had a cyber attack in your business, and say, but how do you
That's another thing, yeah.
Exactly. So it's a lot of interesting discussions around this that people really, you know, take for granted on a day-to-day basis. But when you look at this recent power failure, grid failure, but fortunately it didn't last for too long.
Yeah.
But it had gone for 2-3 days, we would have had a disaster in the country. So yeah, this is even conversation around coal as a source of energy, and you know, the West saying again that no, we don't need you know, power to come from this.
Let's go
coal.
green and
Let's
all
go
of that.
green
Yeah.
and all sorts of things. We had a conversation around that, you know, going green, the technology and stuff. But the question then is, but the very same people are sitting here using coal, you know, generated energy, whether they're in South Africa or here. Their offices are, you know, bright because of the same coal. They developed their own nations based on the coal, and now they've developed. That's why now they're pushing for you know, renewable energy and nuclear energy and stuff. So I think it was quite interesting conversations around ESGs and, you know, environment, social issues, and governance. So there was quite an interesting conversation around these issues. Yeah.
I'm sure as a leader, this really just pushes you so much to really see what the future is, and also interacting with other leaders as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in there, like I said, you remember we had CEOs from other businesses, we had officials from the government side, regulator from the Ministry of Finance, you know, we had clients, we had client representatives, you know, in charge of their risk management side. So it was quite a good group to have a conversation about insurance, the future of insurance. So, and we obviously promise that we'll continue to hold such series so that people continue to have good conversations around insurance.
Yeah, I believe the future is in good hands.
Yes, thank you.
And thank you all for watching this episode. It's been an absolute pleasure having you be here with us. Thank you, and see you next time.